Hello, my name is Craig Strong, and I'm the inventor of the Lensbaby. A Lensbaby is completely different than any other camera lens. First, I'm going to use the
Lensbaby Muse
to show you the basics of using a Lensbaby. First, let me show you how to set your diopter. On the back of your camera, to the right of the viewfinder, you'll find a little dial or a sliding button. And what you want to do is look at a blank wall. Nothing will be in focus as far as the image, but you're looking at the lines on your screen. And what you want to do is adjust your diopter back and forth until you find the setting at which your eyes have the least amount of strain and the lines in your viewfinder are the sharpest possible. Now that you have your diopter set, let me tell you an excellent way to hold your Lensbaby Muse. Place both thumbs behind the camera body, then take two fingers of your left hand and place one at the bottom of the left side and one at the top of the left side of the focusing collar, like this. Then take one of the middle fingers of your right hand and place it in the middle of the right side of the focusing collar, like this. With your fingers evenly spaced around the focusing collar, it's easy to compress your Muse and tilt it in every direction. When you're first learning, it's easier to focus on subjects in the middle of your photograph. Looking through the viewfinder, slowly and evenly pull back on your Muse until your subject in the center of your viewfinder comes into focus. If your subject is close by, you won't have to compress very much. If your subject is farther away, compress a bit more to bring it into focus. Here's a tip. You can compress too much and everything will go out of focus. Remember, a little compression goes a long way. Once you understand the basic focus method, you're ready to practice moving the sweet spot. The basic idea is that you bend the
Lensbaby Muse
in the direction you want to move the sweet spot. If you want the sweet spot on the left, you bend to the left. If you want it on the right, you bend it to the right. So, once again, compress until your subject comes into focus, and then move your sweet spot around by slightly tilting the lens. Now that you can bring the sweet spot into focus and move it around the photo, let me explain how Lensbaby's apertures work. At f2, the largest aperture opening, the sweet spot is quite small with lots of blur. At f8, the smallest aperture opening, the sweet spot is larger and the blur is more subtle. When you receive your
Lensbaby Muse,
you will find an f4 aperture disc installed in the lens. Start with the f4 aperture, which lets in enough light to see easily, and the medium-sized sweet spot makes it easiest to focus. After you get comfortable using f4, explore other apertures to understand how each aperture changes the look of your Lensbaby photos. To change an aperture, take the aperture removal tool and touch it to the aperture disc that is installed in your
Muse,
then slowly lift it out. With no aperture disc installed, your
Lensbaby Muse
is set at f2. Either shoot at f2 with no aperture disc in your
Lensbaby Muse,
or choose an aperture you want from the aperture case and drop it into the front of your lens.
Cha cha cha.
Yeah, baby. Work with me.